Anthony, Iowa Governor Terry Branstad is coming to Davenport today to promote his Home Base Iowa initiative. Ashley Richmond joins us live to show us how he's putting the new legislation to work. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Emily. Governor Branstad is speaking at an employers breakfast roundtable today, encouraging local employers to hire veterans to fill open positions. And after the roundtable, Home Base Iowa will be put into action, with a job fair featuring dozens of area businesses looking to hire today. Home Base Iowa is designed to make it easier for veterans to transition into civilian jobs in the state. The act was just signed into law less than 2 months ago, and already Branstad says 23 vets now have jobs because of the program. Business leaders in our area say hiring veterans in the QC has always been a priority, but many times the hardest part for vets is translating their military experience and skills onto a resume.
We're encouraging the private sector to take a little bit of extra time to try and dive down into what exactly the skill sets are that veterans have, because again, we know that if they start speaking the same language, it's very, the light bulb goes on, and we know very quickly that the skill set that the veterans have matches up with what the employer needs.
The Veterans Hiring event runs from 10 to 1 this afternoon at the River Center in Davenport. All veterans and military spouses are encouraged to attend. Reporting live in the studio, Ashley Richmond, CBS4 News this morning.
Thank you, Ashley. A fire late last night sends 2 people to the hospital. Moline fire officials tell CBS4 that the call came in just after 9 last night when neighbors saw smoke and heard smoke alarms. When fire officials arrived on the scene, they say they didn't see much, but once they were inside the structure, they encountered lots of smoke, which caused most of the damage.
There was a kitchen fire, which basically produced enough smoke that it went throughout the entire structure. Fire damage was very minimal, but there was a fairly good amount of smoke damage.
2 people were taken to the hospital as a precaution, though their conditions are unknown at this time. It seems to be happening more often, parents leaving their children inside hot cars. Just a few days ago, a Moline mother was charged with child endangerment for leaving her baby in the car with the windows cracked. But as Tally Johnson shows us, the actions of a good Samaritan can make all the difference.
If you see a child left in a car, what can you legally do? Your actions in those moments could mean life or death.
I would call 911 immediately, and I'd try to get that baby out of that car.
My reaction would be to stay around the car, see if the child's safe, see if the parent or the responsible person is around.
Officers say the first step is always to call 911. Then it's okay to do whatever it takes to get the car open.
If the vehicle is not unlocked and you can see that the child or the baby is in immediate distress, get in there to relieve that child from the heat that it's in.
In Illinois, there are specific laws about leaving a child 6 years and under unattended in a car for more than 10 minutes. The person will be charged with endangering the life of a child. In Iowa, there are no specific laws about leaving a child unattended.
Really, it's a thing of education. Probably most of these cases in the United States that happen, most of these are probably accidental in nature.
Some people we spoke with say they would break into a car regardless of the repercussions.
I wouldn't be concerned about it because it'd be taking care of the safety of the child and saving a life maybe.
The mother who left her baby in the car in Moline, Brianna Harris, is facing 2 misdemeanor counts of child endangerment. She is currently in the Rock Island County Jail on a $15,000 bond. Tally Johnson, CBS4 News this morning.
Thank you, Tally. 1 man is shot and another man arrested after a shooting late yesterday afternoon in Davenport. The victim suffered a single gunshot wound to the back and was taken to Genesis East for surgery for a non-life-threatening injury. Police were called out around 4 yesterday afternoon to the 900 block of West 6th Street after reports of shots fired. According to the affidavit, the shooter was 19-year-old Darville J. Bragg. Bragg allegedly approached 5 people on the porch of the house, pointed a black revolver at the group, and pulled the trigger. While the gun misfired several times, 1 shot hit the victim in the back. As Bragg fled, he allegedly fired the gun at least 3 more times. Bragg was caught after a foot chase with police. He's been arrested and faces 2 felony charges for the incident. Several months after Carrie Olson was found, an official cause of death has now been released, but the official cause still leaves many questions unanswered. Yesterday, the Hennepin County, Minnesota Medical Examiner's Office ruled her death a homicide by unspecified means. Olson's body was found in April in a field in rural Hastings, Minnesota, 3 months after she vanished from Rock Island. Police arrested 39-year-old Timothy McVeigh last Friday on charges of first-degree murder and concealment of a homicidal death. His preliminary hearing is set for July 29th. Candidate for Illinois Treasurer Tom Cross is not letting a Democrat majority in the state stop him from running in November.
I want to be part of fixing this state and turning it around, and I think the Treasurer's Office can be part of that, and I want to use the Treasurer's Office to help fix Illinois and make it a state we can be proud of.
Cross says he opposes a graduated income tax and can get Illinois back on track by paying bills. He also wants to bring in revenue by holding politicians accountable for passing balanced budgets. The Republican is running against Democrat Michael Frerichs in November. Fresh produce could be on its way to your neighborhood. The Food Hub's Veggie Mobile is now in full operation, hitting the streets to bring you healthy food. The refrigerated truck travels across the Quad Cities, selling all kinds of fresh fruits, vegetables, and other locally grown food. The driver of the truck says they've already gotten a lot of positive feedback from the community.
It's kind of our heritage here in the Quad Cities. It's traditionally a farming community, especially the outlying areas. So, I don't know, we at the Food Hub, we want to see more of a focus on those local farmers and even urban farmers to support that.
To find out more about the Veggie Mobile and where it's headed next, just head to our website. Good morning, Anthony. Earlier I was comparing this to maybe the new ice cream truck. Now here's the tough question. Do you think you could make the healthy choice?
Oh, I definitely could, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with having, the fresh veggies and then having the ice cream.
Okay, so maybe doing a little bit of both?
Yes.
I like
and,
that.
We can look at it also as like the farmer's market on wheels.
Yes, yes, very nice. Well, I like your idea of including them both, so let's just have them all.
I mean, eat those veggies, get in those, 7 daily allowances of fruits and vegetables, I think it is, and then have the dessert.
Good idea.
Out there right now, we have mostly sunny skies across the area, a little bit of fog trying to develop. We also have had some broken clouds across parts of the Quad Cities, but showers and storms across eastern South Dakota will stay away from us until later this evening and overnight tonight. But we do have some showers and storms on the way, and we'll detail that in your full forecast. You're watching CBS4 News this morning. The time now is 6:40.
You're watching CBS4 News this morning with Emily Scarlett and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is CBS4 News this morning.